Hey, this is Guido with a Tactics Talk. Today we're going to talk about when to bully. This one's titled When to Bully. So we'll break it down into three sections here. We're going to talk about reading teams, which will flow on to assault on Karelia. We'll talk a little bit about that. And then we'll move on to bully tactics, and I will talk about how my thought process flowed from those three things. Reading the team, how that applied to this match, assault on Karelia, and then why I decided to use bully tactics. So let's start with reading the teams. As you can see here, we are on Karelia assault. I am on the south spawn. Looking at the teams, relatively even. I've got a bit better team as far as players go, but not too crazy. And the matchup as far as heavies and mediums and TDs and such is more or less even, as is the tier spread. But if you look at it, you can tell that we're a little bit heavier with the KV-5 and the IS-6. Additionally, on the southern spawn, I have the IS-6, myself, the Mod 1, and the Object 416. So that is 4 of our 5 tier 8s on one side. So I've taken all of that in. I look at their team. Carnarvon, yeah, he can hurt me, but he's probably going to need gold. Doesn't hit very hard, but decent pin. IS-6 going to have trouble unless he has gold. Mutz probably needs to hit weak spots. Same with the 34-3. The only one that's going to more or less pin me at will is the Charioteer, especially if he loads gold. The rest of it can pin me, but need to look for weak spots for the most part. So as I look at that, it's a very favorable matchup in my case, and only one already there to worry about on my slow tank. So that looks pretty good. That's making me think I want to be a bit of a bully on this one. Let's flow on to assault on Karelia. I've got 10 minutes to get to the cap. I'm going to start this up. 10 minutes to get to the cap and cap this out. So assault is less by 5 minutes than a standard match, which means I've got to get moving, especially with a slow tank. And because my friends that are with me are relatively mobile tanks, the Mod 1, the 416, even the IS-6, especially as compared to me, I figure we can probably do some good work if I can lead a charge and they will come with me to Wolfpack. Now, of course, that always remains to be seen. You've got to start the Wolfpack and see if it happens. It doesn't always. Additionally, you want to take a look at the initial information on the enemy team's deployment. So you can see a 34-3 and a T-150 have showed up. MT's done some good work as far as getting us some initial information. He's going to die down in there in that hole. So I'm immediately going to cut across here. What that MT told me is nobody has really come up forward up to the hill around J or H, and they got really enamored of this MT-25, which means we have an opportunity to push right into these rocks about F and G. And that will get right up in their face. The 54 Mod 1 has done that. And as I come in, I can see there's a Panther, there's a TD over there, the Mutz is on the other side, another heavy. Pretty standard deployment. They've gone a couple ways. I'm going to cut left of this rock because my intention is to go right down that ramp. I'm not going to give him any chance and surprise him. So I'm going to ram this. This guy didn't even see me. Boom. 300 off him. Ran him right into his buddy. And now what I'm doing here is something I do quite often is as I'm ramming one guy, he's looking to hit my weak spot. As I'm ramming one guy, I'm actually shooting the other one. So I'm backing up for a ram. And unfortunately, I make a bad shot there because I hit a highly angled piece of armor. And I'll just keep moving as best I can. I just got tracked. Shoot him on the way by, and now I'm looking for a ram on the 34-3. Unfortunately, I actually miss him. He gets out of the way. But my friends have now followed me in. And we can work on these guys and take them out. Got to turn my big fat slow tank around. I missed this guy, unfortunately. Now those are shots that you want to take right there. He was moving out of the way. Just swing around. Try to get that shot on him. Any shot not taken is not going to get you any damage. Alright, so I'm going to try. Ooh, nope, not happening. Alright, so we've pushed down into this ramp. You can see that the north hill was probably weak to begin with because we didn't have only but one tier 8 over there, and that was the Proto, and now he's in the middle. So it's no surprise, but they're actually handling themselves okay. And I'm just going to continue to bully up into these guys. There's the Cairn. Right over, see, he bounces. Again, another kind of snapshot, but shot's not taken, won't hit. Shot at this guy going by and miss. I'm in the open, so although I'm bullying, I don't want to be completely stupid. That's the side of my tank. Although I will be a little bit silly right here. The Tiger P can easily pen that, but he's very busy because we're wolf packing. We've got a lot of guys. It spreads the shots around as long as they don't have good shot discipline. Do some good work. I'm going to eat a shot right here, which is fine because we are well winning. So I've chosen the bully tactic. I saw the team makeup. I saw the map, chose the bully tactic, and I continue with it, especially since my team is following me. We're doing some good work here. And now since it's cleanup on aisle 2, we can just get in here and get as much damage as you can. And that is something players need to try to learn. There's a point in the game where it's just going pear-shaped for the other side. They're probably not going to recover. And you just need to push in if you want that extra damage, which means credits and experience. And stats, man. Get your stats. I'm going to have some silly issues here trying to take on the Karen because he's well angled. Can't get through his track. And he is shooting H at me, which is hilarious. Actually shoot on his upper plate, which is not going to pin. Not with a KV-5. They're making a bit of a comeback here. Come in here and get a little ram damage. 59 at like 2 miles an hour. End up breaking my track on that, or he shot it. I'm not sure which. But we are pretty well rolling up this side. Back of the IS-6 is a good weak spot. Just sit there and take him on. Lower plate of it is best. The other upper plate part's very angled. There we go. And we'll push in on the T-29. So bullied our way through the south hill. And again, I'm just moving forward. I've been able to bounce a lot of shots. Gonna miss this one. A little wiggle there. Although it was a little late, he'd already fired. They're all trying to shoot the R2-D2. It's harder to hit guys that are moving. This guy's looking at me. Upper plate, gonna bounce every time, plus it's angled. Got into his track. So he's wiggling against me, which is a good move on his part. He just gets nuked by the arty. Now we're just chasing down stragglers. Charioteer sees me. I actually end up bouncing him. Shot goes into the moon. And I'll just advance. So I know the hit points are over there. Charioteer's running. Get another shot at him. Way behind him. That's terrible. No lead. And they continue to bounce. I'm just going to take a prayer shot over there. Who knows? Here comes the E25. He's going to come around this corner. He's like, oh crap. Tracked. Track fixed. Diving in the hole. I'll just chase him down into there. I know where he's going. Oh, somebody jumped off the cap. Didn't notice that before. That's good. That's one nice thing about the KV-5 is the gun does reload relatively quickly for a tier 8 heavy. I actually miss him and he ends up tracking me on the run. Now he's going to come around and try to do that shoot me in the butt thing. Actually loses 33 hit points, but I'm going to repair. As soon as I repair, whoop, dink, gone. And somebody tracks down the charioteer. So there you have it, Karelia, win to bully, how to read the teams, how that informed my tactics on assault on Karelia, and how I decided to choose a bully tactic based on the way the team was, the map mode we were on, where I was spawned, and what I had around me as far as my team goes. Now, obviously that one worked out. I was able to pick all that right at the beginning, and it sort of flowed exactly as I wanted to. If it breaks down somewhere, you need to change your mind. Just don't go mindlessly bashing through if you're only guy pushing down. But as you can see, what I thought would happen actually happened, so it ended up being a very good game. Overall, 5,000 damage, ace tanker in the KV-5, and that's win to bully. We'll see you guys later.